some loot. They've got some good stuff that you can find over there as well. I think you can find a lot of, in reality, amazing stuff in general here. And I think that's where a lot of these moments can really come together, depending on what happens here, especially with the aggression coming in. As AS is going to be able to get some stuff. Oh, it looks like it's not going to be good, though, as Verse ends up catching the elimination. Gets the finish, gets the shutout. Says, see you later, buddy. Where do you think you're going? Good overall, though.
Yeah. First elimination and lobby. And not even to that, like Council Korea, there is one Firefly off of this ridge right here that players can take advantage of grabbing. But they look for the loot first and foremost before they hit into the cave if they decide to do so. But other players are already at the cave, most likely to try to ring around to the graveyard. In the meantime, Wang Liang is up against a Rano, who is finding those armor swaps on the fly as Wang Liang is looking for a parry. Nicely done. But we're going to see an F1 here from Rano to negate it as a combo breaker. Possibly one of the lowest cooldown combo breakers in the game from Temi. But uppercut comes out here. Wang Liang finds his confirmation blue focus. That's going to be his first elimination. And Wang Liang is going to have the solo on standby, but whether or not he wants to pick it up because there's a lot of opponents nearby, it's up to him to see about taking full advantage of that. In the meantime, Pace up against Akame. Very closely put. These two players are at each other's toes. No reconciliation for that ultimate as Pace finds his freeze into a pole sword R&B, and that's the name of the game for Justina players in order to guarantee that kill. Spider is up against X, and over by the Crow's Nest, we do see Akame getting eliminated here from Pace, right? He's just ringing around this position. If Pace comes out here for a third party, the Forbidden Seal is a clear-cut reason for him to look for it, but Exton having to go ahead, sees his pole sword, Spider using his F1, the Foxfire effect comes out, one hit wonders, is going to see whether or not the F2 is going to kill confirm. It's not going to happen because Spider finds an armor swap, and then the Exton pushes back Pace. Well, a musket shot in the span of a millisecond. While Exton gets it, Pace is going to try to look himself into the mirror and say, I get this parry, I get this kill. And with the jump LMB, he's looking to chase with the jump LMB, and that's going to be a double kill for Pace, coming back-to-back, once from Akame and the second for Exton.
Kind of insane to see here, even with all of that. Going to be kind of good to see where the rest of this starts to come through as well towards the final end stretch of this. Looks like Junshi trying to see if maybe he can find something. Ends up finding a gray shield swap here, and so does Wang Liang. Nice little bit of a rotation here, trying to see if the scale rush is going to be able to complete it. It looks like he's able to. Nice connection. Going to be able to do a decent amount of damage here. So it looks like Junshi's going to go back for the reshield. Decides not to get caught up in a tough situation here. Wang Liang trying to see if he can find it as well here. Nice push towards that rotation. See if it really does become his favor here in between this. Wang Liang really does have a fantastic opportunity. Beautiful parry to connect it. Nice destruction. He almost catches him with the stun. Not enough, but he doesn't need to do it anyway, as he ends up catching that elimination here. And I think that's his third elimination so far in this game. This game is starting off really early here, but surprised to see it, though.
The aggression early on kind of stagnates after like the first, before the first Roman Yang. I think right now Pace is making his rotation through the caves, right? He's looking for the Fireflies, seeing where everyone's value is coming out for the spawns, and if he can find them, making their rotation as well. In Servants Grounds, though, Spider finds Verse here, and with Spider actually trying to keep himself put, having to find Verse here is kind of a position he needs to find the advantage with casting an ultimate, but only at the cost of Verse's ultimate. He needs to make sure Verse considers his position of not having to burn anything that doesn't need to be burned, and that's what Spider's taking a full advantage of. Scare Rushes here, it could come out for a neutral opportunity, but remember, Shios, they don't have combo breaker. Oh, besides Fang, and all the other Shios have F2 to kind of work off stuff. So if Spider can find a slide uppercut infinite for this realm, or for this fight before the first realm of Yang, he can find himself an insurance policy right before then. But Jade Pond has Pace up against Fang. As Pace has common armor, he's swapping it on the fly. He is looking to chase out Fang, and Fang, remember, F1 Shio. So if Pace wants to really commit towards his fight, if he finds the V2 priority of catching an R&B blue focus from this pole sword, he will use it as a kill confirmation, because if he doesn't, we're going to see an F1 come out here, and Pace is not going to have a good time. Now, the third party comes in here. We do see AS making his way with the purple armor here, and there's going to be an ultimate, disablement from this Forbidden Seal. And with a Pace looking at a half health Fang, he's going to make sure he can keep the chase on. He's got 20 grapples, but Scare Rushes with the fan/dagger. This is what Fang is looking for, and just keep the momentum going back and forth. But Pace, he's going to take the inner energy like Mike and use his pole sword Scare Rush action. If he can catch it, he will. But Fang takes the time to disengage here, while AS is looking to try to prioritize off of Fang's low health position. Horizontal gets clinked. Fang looks to try to hold another one, and he releases it. The F1 is still available for AS, but he's going to take the time to heal. He finds himself in no danger. And as Space finds Pang, there's going to be an F1. There it is. It's going to be revealed, and everyone's going to be looking towards and trying to catch out the Xiao, who does no longer have an F skill, and this Forbidden Seal is not going to have enough time to help Fang out because he's the one who activated it. He ain't going to have an ultimate to kind of negate himself out there, so he gets himself ringing around the rosy around the buildings and looks for these scale rushes back to back and just keeps some 360 rotation here, clockwise rotation, and he's going to be looking for a reset, but AS is looking for him, finds the R&B, and finds the elimination there. But you know what? Paced, Scale Rush, harnessing the power of, I'm not going to say it. He has anime on his side, though, as he's looking to try to keep the momentum going, leaves out the Shade Pond, and lives to fight another day.
See if he can keep that same momentum with living and fighting another day here. Is still that rotation coming through here. I mean, so far, let's look back at those replays here. So far, I think they've been really conjuring it up as much as possible here. S-Rail caught within this stun lock. AS trying to see if he can conjure it up as well here, as it looks like he's able to catch him just slipping into that. And obviously, that's exactly what happens inside of that momentum. Has to be careful, though. Just to try to find it. Looks like AS is going to catch him towards the bottom. It looks like he's not going to be able to actually go through that, though. Ends up flying past the camera. And he says, no, I'm good. You got it. It's all good there, buddy. I'm fine with that, with not doing that at all. Now, let's see where that stretch happens here. As already closing in here, looks like Bowda and X-Shin. Looks like they're going to be heading towards the Realm of Yang here very, very soon. PST, Wang Liang, and it looks like there's a full 4-stack over there on the left side. As they're just chilling, like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm just, we're just working.
Hey, yo, man, you got my page? Yeah.
All right, this is not the best. Okay.
Don't be a
all right, buddy. Okay, buddy.
The references. Sublime.
Kind of wild. Think about it.
The Roman Yang fight. Wang Liang tried to look for a 1-2-3 there. I saw it. The vision was there. The momentum was up there. But F1 class coming out with a V1 from Wang Liang. This is a perfect opportunity for him to get this enchant. He uses the blue focus here to mitigate those wind blasts, but there it is. Akame gets caught out. An R&B pole sword swap. A big damage output coming out from Wang Liang as he looks to try to walk back into the edge of the circle here and loses his position where he thought he was at a disadvantage. He catches the jump R&B where Akame thought he had the big turnaround of the century, but it did not happen. Wang Liang finds his purple armor, finds a purple spear, maybe a staff later on if he's transition it with a crafting hammer, and with it, gold dual blades. It's going to be a good chance for Wang Liang. 4 kills elimination before the second round Yang. So Wang Liang has himself in a really good spot here for gear and position where he could just go ahead and hunt down the enemy combatants, especially Exen, who did win his Roman Yang. So we'll have to see how Celestia turns out to fight because these players would like to make the rotation here as soon as they first, if they lose the Roman Yang, because they know players might be taking the time, just like Spider, who I think took the loss against Bowda's X. And hopefully there's a replay there because I want to see what happened between him and Bowda's X. And you love to see it, especially between those two. And of course, into this lobby, Spider having to make his marks here. He is good in placement overall. It just really comes down towards the consistency effort for himself to have high placements as an overall status pick. And it's actually interesting because Wang Liang, right into the interview, he made mention about like he needs to make sure he keeps his keeps his mentality up when it comes down to the plays, because sometimes the plays come out here where it can really take a toll, especially with like small minute changes. Like I saw TT25 get really angsty about how his longsword vertical did not hit through a pillar, and he lost his Roman Yang because of that, and it kind of circumvented into that position of just like, I can't believe that just happened, right? And getting past those type of moments, that's where it comes down to play and keeping a chin up type mentality. But for only so long can you really keep it up, where you have to keep yourself into that mode of mentality of, yeah, no, I got this. And consistency is key right there. Just like how Wang Yang here finds himself against Verse, where Verse is keeping the pressure, where he's going to use as much time to just try to catch a stagger and keep the chase going against a Vermilion Bird's target. But Wang has no ability, right? Verse finds the utilization of that, doesn't go for the R&B blue focus, which would have get the kill confirmation, but the F2 is out, and Wang Liang looks for the pistol shots, and the ultimate from Verse coming out from the back line. Roy Shishi coming in here as a third party, as Wang Liang has no more ult cast to come out. He still's got Vermilions for another minute, but he's going to keep his momentum between the two targets in a 1v2 essentially, because they want to make sure they get the target prior selection of the low health target that Wang Liang is. Scare Rush to go in and out. He's keeping his momentum on this tower. We've seen a lot of players use his tower to their advantage and trying to lose track of each target, and he's looking for a heal if he can, but the R&B from Verse goes down towards Roy Shishi. Wang Liang looks to try to go himself into the top of the tower and try to look for the high ground of vertical. here is immense, but JG versus beat him to the race in terms of the King of the Hill. So let's take a look and see what's going to happen outside of that one into Gamma Mine.
But fighting that one out too is AS, just trying to keep the maneuvers happening as well here towards this. Oh, actually ends up getting caught by the stun. And Spider looks like he's going to be able to try to close this out a little bit more. Actually, no, he ends up missing it actually here. At least is what it felt like. It looks like there definitely could have been an opportunity there for that momentum to catch up. But not enough here. As it looks like now they're going to be able to rotate this towards it, and not looking good here. As Roishishi actually ends up getting caught inside of it. Oh, but he ends up catching his own in as well into it. And it looks like Wang Liang ends up getting eliminated from that. Roishishi gets absolutely swiped by Verse. In this moment here, Verse is playing like a completely different person. And now he's also qualified. 39.4. He's playing his game and his head off. 22.3, 22.6 here. They're still down at the very bottom. 25.7 coming in from PST here as Junshi ends up getting juggled by Verse here. Verse trying to see if he can keep this maneuver happen. I believe Verse, if he keeps this momentum going here, I think he has a shot.
Yeah.
I do. I think he has a shot.
He's playing with it. He's got himself into three.
It's going to go well. Let's see what happens.
Wang Yang right there, right? Like if he can find that elimination, because Wang just came back from his Vermilion Burst Might and just immediately res. I think Wang is really looking for those earnest, early kills as fast as possible before the second Roman Yang. Is it going to work against his Vader? I don't know. I mean, he knows there's ultimate's been casted right beforehand, so it's going to be up to him how well he kind of pertains towards that. Because now it's up to Spider. 0 eliminations. Finds a Temi ult, finds a Rano outside of his Temi ult, so there's a whisk throw. Spider gets caught into the zone, but Exon can't take prioritization with the RMB, and of course, Spider not having a combo breaker here would have been a really scary moment for him, but he's got a Tesla cast ultimate. He's got 27 seconds left for the Roman Yang depletion, and Rano, low, got caught into the ultimate, does not get caught into the ultimate, and of course, Spider tries to locate a way of close grappling the distance. He does not capture the grapple stagger, as we can see Arano is just going through it. There it is, 10 seconds. Let's see if he's going to get it. 1, 2, 3 is released, nothing, but looks for the uppercut, gets a kill. Yes, look at the grief, takes it to Soul Bloom. Spider's back in the game, but the F1's out here as Foxfire is in effect. The F2 from X and chase this out. We're going to look for him to see if he's going to look for holding his own ground on top of this hut, and with his bounty target being on AS, it's really going to be up to Spider to try to find himself into reset positions as he cuts. There's like 2 armors there for him to find into resetting. So he's going to go ahead and reset the blue one and try to loot up the body for his previous kill. As it comes out, AS is going to dissipate from this location. And Spider looks to find another day. I mean, no one's going to take this one. No one wants to take this fight, it looks like, because they just want to make sure they get into the Roman Yang here. Big time.
Definitely want to get inside of it as well. I mean, it's about time, right? I feel like the Realm of Yang is such a pinnacle point for some of these games here. And a lot of these players really want to get in. And Spider's a little late.
A little bit.
You're late to class, buddy. Should have been here.
That's a D
20 minutes ago. You're late.
Late to the party.
Very late.
Didn't bring the dessert menu, bro. You were the one in charge. You didn't bring the drinks.
That was like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you ain't brought the Sprite? Anyway,
you didn't see the group.
You didn't see
the group chat.
You didn't see the group messages? And it looks like Extra did see the group message too, as PST is just absolutely putting in a whirlwind on him too, breaking the brakes off of him. Extra trying to see if he can keep the same thing and run it back. He says, okay, that's fine, buddy. Oh, absolute decimation here as he actually ends up popping the ulti bolt. Justine, the question is, who's going to capture it? Action is going to be able to capture the final toward the backstretch. Action captures the finish. Says it's TST. I'll see you later. Good try, buddy. Good speed, but not enough to catch me.
He's like, I already read the group chat. It's in my trunk. I already pulling up the drinks with the dessert menu. I got a chantilly cake, 8-inch. It is going to be...
What is it? Chantilly? What?
Chantilly cake? Oh, yeah.
What is that?
So, for you guys who are hungry at home, I'm sorry, guys. Chantilly cake is going to be a whipped topping cake, 3 layers of vanilla cake with it, and we're going to have blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries chopped up, and then being able to be garnished into the mix with a creme. And then when you have it on top, it's going to be a whipped topping finish, garnished with some fruits.
What are you, a baker?
Yeah. I'm just a caster.
Sure. Can't come up here talking about some whatever you just said and be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do nothing. I'm just a caster. Okay, sure. Looks like Junichi's going to be able to find himself some loot here. Heading back to the chest. Trying to see if we can find something that's going to be helpful here. Bauda and JDG still has their white tiger prowess. Trying to see if maybe they can use that to their momentum here. Heading towards the backstretch of AS and Spider. Spider in the middle of wanting to fight? Probably not here. Junshi on the rotation as well. Akame sadly out. Same with Roshishi. This is game number 4, guys. They need to start locking in a little bit more. It's not looking good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is that PSC? Oh, I was about to say, why are you hiding in the bush from outside the circle, sir?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, is he just trying to play sneaky? What's going on here?
Definitely sneaky.
I think he found Solum, right, and just kept himself locked in and looking past the sun cave and saw targets. He's like, I gotta hide this one out, because then he saw White Tiger's prowess. And Spider finds Wei Shi. AS is in the mix of all this. There's the wait, that's V1. Wait, I missed V1 from Wei Shi. I didn't even realize he had V1. I am sidelining this one. I did not see that this is going to be a chance for Shios to be choosing different skills and skills in ultimates, but Shuei's not going to have much value if they just double jump. And sometimes in the realm of fights, the possibilities for you to catch a V1 where a third party doesn't come through and just deny you of the damage that you were about to deal it's so high. Like, there's so many players that can take the time to grief you if they can. Shuei gets parried. Spider gets caught into that. Does not get the Soul Bloom because AS is already hungry and he's picking it up. If Spider loses that Soul Bloom, he's going to be backing off here, and that's where the value comes down towards the Tesla ultimate. But AS is running for his life. Exen is looking to hunt this one down. Takes a nice shot to the back. Of course, AS has a V1, and Exen's already anticipating everything of the nature to look for the dodge. If it gets caught into the shunts and to catch LMBs, we might be seeing a chance here for Spider to look for JDG verse. In the back line, we're going to have 7 players total left into this lobby. Of course, with JS having himself 4 eliminations, he is the kill leader of this lobby. And with AS and JDG verse, it's like up to one or the other. Nice 3-man ultimate from AS. He catches a lot of heals because of that. And he catches this enchant, which can force out X's position. AS gets the kill, please. And not going to happen. The Tesla ultimate comes out again, this time from Spider. But Verse is immune to the chant. He's going to get caught through here while AS is going to get a V2 stagger. Not going to happen. Spider looking to convert. It's chasing out the targets. And AS is the creme de la creme. He's looking to try to hold the blue focus if he can. A parry comes out from Spider. He looks towards Verse. Verse is at 200 HP. A burn from AS would be immense here, but he can't look for the grapple stagger right here. There is Spider getting the elimination. The Solum did not get picked up. Spider finds 4 eliminations total to this lobby. And this is like how it happened in rounds 1 and 2. Everyone is fighting before the first, second to last Moonbane. And of course, Spider catches Exen into the LMB. But of course, Exen is anticipating every single one of these Tesla ultimates. It's like he's reading their mind, Dobby. He's going in for those dodges.
That's why it's so good, especially for a player like Spider. Spider, in these moments of pressure, he thrives. And we've seen him thrive yet again, so many different situations here. I feel like when he's at a really good advantage and he's just has everything going, sometimes he just misses out. But when he just is on the wrong side of the tracks and everything is against him, he just thrives in those moments and in the element. Nice little bit of a stun to be able to send him back. Wei Lang just trying to see if he can differentiate himself. Ends up getting grappled. Gets a bow on him as well as he starts to retreat back a little bit more. Fang wants to get that energy though. Nice hits from the bow. It looks like Wei Lang's like, all right, buddy, you want to fight this? Oh no, as he ends up actually getting the parry right back towards him here. Doesn't really want to risk forcing the fight though, as he's just trying to get out of harm's way here, but it looks like everybody knows Wei Lang dangerously low, ends up catching 1 stun here. Action trying to see if he can capture it on the outskirts. It doesn't end up getting stunned off of that though, and Wei Lang just tries to rotate this as much as possible. Doesn't want to get caught up here. It's not looking good for him, as it looks like the next chest comes in and Action gets a free chest while everybody else is fighting on literally the other side of the rock.
Are you playing RuneScape, bro? Looting up the table in the wilderness
while everybody else is fighting.
He's at the prayer altar, and there's Wang Liang taking an R&B instead of that, but Pace finds the elimination just like that. And the R&B is coming out. Pace hits all his armor is eviscerated. He has to force the F2 here. He's going to get caught to the LMB with no cap room, right? Fang is looking for it against the R&B. There's going to be kill elimination for Fang. Now it looks like everyone's trying to fight this one out before the Moonbanes drop. And of course, Fang is here in the outskirts here, has ultimate still, has F1 for the combo breaker, right? He looks to try to look close into Exen's location here, but Exen's getting burnt out of blocks to Kingdom Come, and there's Spider with the elimination. There's Spider with the parry. There's a combo breaker for Fang. Finds the Soul Bloom pickups to deny Spider of getting himself 30% rage over the course of this fight. But there's Fang. Gonna go for the RMBs. 1, 2, 3 for the splitter. He's gonna be looking for the RMBs again. But looks for this chance here, a Soul Shatter to connect into this RMB. Blue Focus hold checks the heck out of Fang. Fang has the ultimate to cast to come out here. Spider here finds a Tesla ultimate, but does not connect here. He's looking for the armor swap if he can. He's going to make his rotation towards the Morris Blessing while Fang looks to try to reset here in the meantime. He has Combo Breaker back up, though. He's got 3 blocks still on standby, 15-second duration on the ultimate. A lot of gear on this chest as it was Exons to come forth. So for Fang, he's not looting it up. He's not taking any of those weapons. He's going to stick towards his dual blades. He's going to stick towards his blue dagger, and he's going to make sure he can go out against Spider here in a 1v1.
We love a good 1v1. I love it specifically. Especially because now, even with this, like, Fang, he gets his elimination. He wins. Spider ends up getting elimination. Obviously, he wins. Those extra eliminations is going to be very, very important, but getting those top 3, that #1 spot is going to be the one that takes him over the top. Is Spider going to get more points towards this, or is Fang going to be able to potentially steal this away and get his first dub of the night? Fang is flying. Goodness gracious. Like a whole helicopter. Hello. Momentum coming through very, very smoothly here. Spider wants to fight. He's like, hey, come on. Eventually, it's got to happen, buddy. You're going to have to accept your fate. Fang just wants to last as long as possible. I'm curious, why is he running? Nice slam to come through here. Beautiful parry. And sends Fang all the way up in the air here. The juggle. Oh, no, he misses. He misses the opportunity to keep the juggle alive here. Never mind. He catches him inside of that. Spider's able to get the finish. He pushes him on the wall. Spider says, appreciate you. You tried. I don't know why. You didn't want to fight me. I don't know why you didn't want to fight me, but